Hi, it's Marina the Soul Alchemist. It's time for Pick Your Own Card weekly guidance for the 28th of August through to the 3rd of September. So we are entering into the last quarter of the year. So this is kind of the gateway into this next 90 days. So without thinking about it, I want you to tune into card 1, 2, or 3. I'm going to reveal the messages, the themes, and the energies that will support you over the next 7 days. And your bonus card is all about growth and up level. So this is the area, this is the focus, this is the subject, the topic that you really want to be connecting in with if you want to experience a growth and up level, whether that be in your life, business, relationships, health, whatever. As always, these cards speak to each other. So I know that I've asked you to pick a particular focus, and my particular focus was card 3, but I know that from a foundational perspective, I need to look at the other cards also because they filter in to card 3. So I'm going to encourage you to listen to every single card, plus the bonus card, to give you the fullest picture possible. And I'm really excited because this is taking us into this last quarter. These cards are perfect. These are going to give us this boost. And I know planetary wise, there's lots going on. Economically, there's lots going on. And we need this boost. We need these messages to give us that kind of motivation, give us that sense of hope, connecting in with the field of possibilities, and allowing us just to kind of keep, showing up and sharing our light. And that is never more potent or poignant and connected to card 1. But before I share card 1, I just want you to know that I'm using the AKASHIC Oracle card deck. This is my deck. So if you are interested in buying the deck, then please click the links in the description or in the comments. If you've got any questions, please let me know. They also come with a masterclass and a key, antique style key, something similar to this, that you can turn into a pendulum and it becomes a healing tool. Also, it can be used as a totem, as a way for you to feel like you're connecting in with the records. So I go into more of that in the masterclass. So coming back to card 1. This is kind of where it starts. And as I say, if you've gone and listened to cards 2 or 3, come back to card 1, because this is kind of the foundational piece in terms of us stepping into this next 90 days, the next quarter of 2023. It's compassion and empathy. And so we may have a focus on relationships. You'll notice that this card is card 2. There's 49 cards in this particular deck. There's 7 chambers, 7 cards in each of those segments, those chambers, I like to call them. And this is part of the love chamber. And compassion and empathy, so it's 2 cards. So there's 2 people, and that could be us and somebody else, or it could be us and that relationship with ourselves, with our soul. So it can be the physical with the soul. So there's always this element of 2. But the thing that I'm really drawn to, the compassion and empathy, for me, it's all about the heart, and ensuring as we step into this next quarter that we are doing things from a heart place that give us joy, that allow our hearts to feel expansive, to feel open, to allow us to, be in a place of happiness, of contentment, fulfillment. And so this card is asking for us to review aspects of our life, and it could be relationships with others, it could be relationship to ourselves. And am I doing enough in my life that is bringing me joy? And joy doesn't have to be the, really, really big things. There could be just the minuscule moments of joy that, when we add them all up together, bring us a great deal of joy. They keep us feeling in that high vibrational state, or being in that vibrational state of happiness, joy. It's the higher frequencies. And I don't really like to use a hierarchical system. It's kind of, it's just a frequency. No energy or, emotion is wrong or bad, because there's always learning with that. And, we've, as a human, as a soul within a human experience and having an emotional body, we've got a wide breadth of emotions that we can connect into and express ourselves through also. So we don't want to make any of those bad or wrong. But of course, when we're in a very expansive state from a heart perspective, when we're in joy and contentment and fulfillment, it allows us to receive more. So that's the benefits of being in the high vibrational state. Also, it means that we have a ripple effect and we are spreading that joy also to other people, whether it be consciously or otherwise. So, we're spreading that happiness. So compassion and empathy is card 1. So really focus on the things that bring you joy. And it might be that you have to do a little bit of a activity in terms of a review on what those activities are. And maybe that you want to rate them out of 1 to 5, 5 being, God, this is just the most amazing, joyful experience ever, or activity. And I love it every time I do it. And 1, this feels really heavy. I really hate doing it. And if there's anything that I could do to get out of doing this, then I absolutely would do that. And just, just see, just in your general day, what things are you doing that are really joyful? And for some people, it will be peeling the potatoes, because it gives them a chance to switch off, look out the window because they've got the most amazing view, or they can see flowers, or they can see the sky, see the sea, whatever it might be. So whatever brings you joy, there's that can be from the most mundane things to the most fantastic things. And if you aren't getting enough joy in your daily day, in your daily life, what can you do to address that? Because that is going to expand your vibration. It is going to allow more joy and abundance and positivity, positive experiences to come into your experience. But if you're not willing to do the review and actually just see where you're up to without judgment, and this is why some people put off doing these types of things, because they're like, oh my God, if I was to really look at this seriously, I would really have to admit that I am not happy with most of the parts of my life, for instance. And that makes me sad. And it makes me frustrated. And I don't know how to change that. But just doing that exercise, you've done something different, and you are doing the first step to actually doing something about it, because you're bringing awareness to it and you're acknowledging that you're in a space that you don't like. So therefore, you can then start to then list things that you used to do that you no longer do, that actually were really, really good. They made you feel good. And that could be just meeting up with people that pre-COVID, for instance, pre-lockdown, you were going out and doing these things, and you were going out into the community and you were doing yoga or whatever it was. And that brought you joy, that brought you fulfillment. And then things changed, and you haven't gone back into re-establishing those activities. And it could be as simple as just doing some tweaks like that have massive impact. So this is a really important thing. We've got 3 months left of 2023, which is going to probably, for me, it's going to feel like 3 weeks, because time is just like ridiculous. And I want to make the most of my 3 weeks, 3 months that we've got left of 2023. So I want to be in a place of joy. I want to be in a place of contentment and happiness. And so I'm inviting you also to do a similar exercise without judgment. This isn't to beat yourself up with a stick. This is just to be honest, and let's take some responsibility, and let's okay, well, we're going to change this. I'm going to draw a line in the sand, and this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to start to bring some more joy into my life. I'm going to do it intentionally as well. It's going to become a new habit. And when it becomes a new habit, it just becomes the norm. And you know what? A lot changes around externally in your external life because of that. So this is the foundation into the heart. What brings you joy? How can you bring more of that into your life? What people do you need to hang out with? What people do you need to let go of because they're not bringing you joy? What activities, what foods, what do you need to have visually around you that just inspires you? Going to art galleries, listening to beautiful music that inspires you, that all gets you to get up and dance, you know, all of these things, moving the body, all of it can bring joy and contentment. But you've got to just, you know, define what these activities are. Start to know what these things are so that you know how to change this and you know what to do to lift your mood. This is about taking radical responsibility. Compassion and empathy. So it's having compassion and empathy. If you have to go a little bit deep with this, from a non-placement of judgment, you need to have compassion and empathy for yourself with that. Now, for some of you, as I say, relationship-wise, it might be that you just need to have compassion and empathy for somebody else that's maybe having a bit of a hard time, maybe getting a bit frustrated with them, a bit judgmental. And it's like, hang on, let's just take a step back. We'll just hold this person in love and allow them to do their little bit of a journey, whatever they need to do. And I'm here for them whenever they need it. So compassion and empathy may come through also for you this week in that way. So, but for me, 90 days, let's go for into the heart. Let's get joy, contentment as our driver for the next 90 days. That's probably going to feel like 3 weeks. And let's go on to card 2. If you have picked card 2, please go back and listen to card 1. Also, if you want to have your own empowerment oracle session, you want to play along with me with the cards each week, you want to go deeper, you want to learn how to use the Akashic Records with an oracle card deck, have this modality in a box, then please reach out to me, click the links in the description. But let's get into card 2. Oh, next got a bit funny. So we've dealt with compassion, we're going from the heart, we're looking at our joy and our contentment as a driver to move us forward. And you know what? This brings success. It's a very simple way of installing success into our Akashic records. But this card 2 is also about you being intentional with your success. What is it that you want to experience, achieve, intend for this last 90 days? What kind of success do you want to bring into your life, into your business, into your workplace, into your health, your relationships, connection with yourself, your spiritual journey, connecting in with your gifts, your psychic abilities? Because when we get intentional and we have this vision, or as I say, an intention, and that could be written down, it could be in your mind, and we actively place it in the Akashic records, and this is a representative of your present lifetime book, so it's your present lifetime. And it's like, I want to anchor this into this lifetime as a symbol of success. And guides, Akashic record keepers, I want you to support me with experiencing and realizing that success. And this anchor is almost like a stake in the ground on your timeline of this is important to me. And it's so important that I've actually gone and placed something in my Akashic records to keep the alignment, to keep the motivation, to allow the right people to step in to support the realization. And if it's for your highest good, then that realization will happen. It will absolutely happen. If it's not part of your path, then you may get close to it, but you may not fully realize it because there's something better. So it doesn't mean that it's a failure or it's not worked. It's just that actually there's a different aspect of success that is going to be actually even greater for you. And that's why it hasn't maybe fully realized, but there will be a version of that. But you being intentional and really understanding what success looks like for you, because it's individual to every single person, and then being intentional with, I'm placing this into my Akashic records, and I would like to have elements of this. I would like this to be realized. I'm placing that into my Akashic records as an anchor. And as I say, it could be a symbol, a word, a color, an affirmation, a mantra. It could be just a feeling. It could be a sound frequency. Whatever it means for you, you've got to conjure up what's that success, that goal, when you've experienced that goal and you've realized it. What would that success look like for you? Now, I've put obviously some indications here of like a key, a crown, an acorn, a feather, a coin. But it could be, it's going to be very individual to you. But I want you to think about, if you've picked card 2 in particular, I want you to think about, how can I anchor in my success? And that also speaks to, what do I need to change? Who do I need to become now? What does my future self look like doing this thing? Is already doing the thing that I want, that I'm intending, that I want success on. And how are they being? How are they showing up? How are they thinking? What are they doing? What is their mindset? How are they, what is the elements of success they've got around them? What are the kind of people that they're hanging out with? The more that you can kind of connect in with your future self and bring that into the now, you're changing your timeline. But placing an anchor of success supports that as well. So you could maybe glean an anchor from that future vision and bring that and place it into your present lifetime book in the Akashic records. It's simple intention of asking for it to be placed in there. You may visualize it being pressed into the book, as you can see here, and saying, I now activate this success anchor. It's very simple. It's all about intention, being very intentional with your Akashic records. And then it's taking the action. So it's making sure that you are doing something towards, obviously, that intention or that goal. Because it isn't magically going to just happen. You are going to have to show the universe that you're serious about this, and you are taking steps towards that as well. And they meet you halfway. You go first, the universe responds. You go second, the universe responds. That's just how it goes. It's reflection back, So how can you anchor in your success? And that's, again, taking steps, taking action is part of the anchoring of the success. It becomes more of a reality because you are taking action on it. What do you want to do in the next 90 days? And know that you can be successful with that when you are intentional and you use your Akashic records to support you. That's what they're there for. So let me know how that card resonates. Also go back and listen to card 1 if you didn't listen to card 1, because coming from the heart space is the first step. 2, that second card. The third card you're going to absolutely love. But if you want to go deeper with your own one-to-one session, just to let you know that you can do that on a subscription. I can hold the space for you. We can have 4 sessions over 12 months. I hold the kind of healing that happens in that whole time will be going on in the background for the whole 12 months. And it's a subscription, so you pay monthly. And we have these quarterly one-to-one sessions, which include Akashic record healing as well, and the forecast for the next 3 months. You can do that for £33 a month up until the 1st. And then from that, it's £44 a month. So you've only got a few days really to get in on this present subscription. So get in now whilst you can. It's just been realigned because the sessions are really, really powerful, and I am holding space for a whole year. Or you can have a single session. You don't have to do the 4 sessions. Okay, so third card. This is completing this whole journey for this week. It's perfect. We've talked about coming from the heart, doing what gives us joy, expansion, which enables us to receive more. Then we go into the success. We're going to anchor this into our Akashic records because we really want it to happen. And this is from coming from the heart. This is now coming into the hand. It's vision and ambition. So this isn't just now metaphorically placed into my Akashic records, which of course is very influential and is going to support you. But now we are taking action, and it's actually coming into our reality. We can hold it. And that's because you're taking action on that. You're getting clarity. It's really, it's there. It's in touching distance. I'm holding it. So if you've picked card 3 in particular, this was my main focus, but I know I've got to come through those other cards to get to this, to get the clarity, to really define it. You can see how that ball, it's almost like we're bringing the vision down. We're bringing the kind of the blue sky thinking, and we are really focusing now, laser focus into something that's small. We don't need to have loads and loads of intentions. We stick with one because that's good for our ego. We don't want to go into overwhelm. Don't want to put too much on our plates because they are full. So we're really laser focusing. We're just going to focus on this one thing. And that could be just a habit change, stepping away from a particular relationship, working on increasing our money flow, self-confidence, enhancing our psychic abilities, making a beautiful practice of promising or trying to, not trying, don't like the word try, committing to having a practice where we do something to that supports us every single day. And that could be a 2-minute meditation, but we're going to be committed and devoted to it, and we do it every day because we know that that is going to have a huge positive impact on our well-being, on our mindset. So we keep this vision and this ambition small in terms of intention, because that is where we get the success. That's where we get the expansion. That is how we move ourselves forward. We don't have to have all of these different crystal balls and all of these different visions and ambitions. We just want it to be simple, tangible, easy to do, as in consistently do. Doesn't need to be complicated. That's the thing. But that's where we're going to get the real change. So it's vision and ambition. That is card 3. So where can you take your vision? Where can you take your ambition? And I would say, you know, be really committed with this, as in starting to take the action on that. And the more you start to take the action on there, the more you're going to get drawn into the light, into this expansion, into the horizon. And that is the field of possibility. But we are keeping this vision here, and we're just going to allow ourselves to be led. We're just going to keep taking the steps forward. We step into the field of possibility. We don't need to worry about how we get there. We're just staying here, and we're following the steps. We're not overwhelming ourselves. We just want to make these committed, devoted changes for ourselves in whatever form that looks like for you, based on your success, based on this heart-led intention for the next 90 days, 3 weeks. And yes, how can you commit to your vision and ambition, one that is going to serve and support you? That is what this card is asking for. Get clear on that. Keep it simple. Simplicity is the key to this. The key is right in the middle of the ball there. We don't need something really, really huge. You're going to achieve your vision and ambition by keeping it simple. And simple as in not overwhelming, not putting too much on your plate, and allowing yourself and your heart to lead the way. So that is card 3. And you'll notice it's a card 11. It's a master number. So it's really important, as in, like, numerology wise, it's a beautiful number. It's a powerful number. It's a master number. So there's a lot of strength and a lot of magic that is held within this vision and ambition. And that's one thing I would say, is make sure that it feels magical, that you're taking yourself into new realms of possibility, because that's exciting. We want excitement in there as well. So let me know how that card resonates. Let me know if you want to go deeper with your own one-to-one on subscription 4 times a year, or a single session. They are going to be realigned to the true value of these particular sessions, and that will change on the 1st of September. So if you want the current value of that in terms of investment, then let me know. You can start that up until the 1st at £33 a month, and that's 4 sessions through the year. So it's a quarterly session, 3-month forecast with AKASHIC record healing. That is going to go up to £44 a month from the 1st of September. You can still get the single sessions also, but I would encourage you to, it's better value, both energetically but also financially, to go with the package, the subscription, rather than 4 single sessions. Okay, so bonus card. This is all about your growth and up level. All weaves in perfectly with what we've been talking about. And I love this card. It's true service. So it kind of goes back to card 1. Now, if you've not listened to cards 1, 2, or 3 together, I'm going to invite you to go back and listen, even if you have to put me on higher speed, which is always something that I'd recommend. Go and change the settings in terms of speed and play, in terms of listening, because obviously these readings have become a little bit longer, but your time may not have done. So you can just speed me up, and you can still get all of the reading and allow it to land. And a lot of this will be landing subconsciously as well as consciously. So your growth and up level comes through true service. True service to yourself is always the key to then being in service to others. So it goes back to card 1, card 2, and card 3, as in all of this ambition and success, everything that you want to maybe accomplish in the next 90 days. Fundamentally, the growth and up level comes through true service and being in true service to yourself. So if it's not ticking the boxes in some shape or form for you, and it's allowing you to be in service to yourself, your needs, your desires, your wants, your energy, your time, your gifts, if it's not ticking the boxes on any of those, then it's not in true service to yourself. So this is almost like a little bit of a checklist. If you want true growth and up level and to achieve the vision and ambition and the success, the fundamental of that is it truly servicing you? Is that ambition and that goal and that intention going to truly fulfill you and have you, as I say, your needs, wants, and desires accomplished? And if it's not, then it's not in true service, and you need to go back and kind of just amend that, because your growth and up level comes through true service. And so where you are giving your time and energy away and you're still in that habit of maybe people pleasing, or your boundaries are not just where they are meant to be, or you're just not making enough time for yourself, for self-care, self-love, or enough of that, or you're still not fully stepping into honoring your body, mind, soul, spirit in a way that you would really like to, then this is your invitation for growth and up level to come and step into true service and be devoted to you. First and foremost, be self-full. It is not selfish, it's self-full. And we know that when we give from our saucer to others, everybody benefits. It's a win-win situation. But for some of us, this comes with a great deal of guilt, a great deal of shame, a great deal of resistance. So how can you surrender more to wanting and being able to step into a habit of true service to yourself? What needs to change? You're able to do it. You're able to do it because you're here listening to this. So I know it's within you. But what can you do? Or what can you tweak? It doesn't have to be major, where you can just offer a bit more true service to yourself. And it could be, as I say, just a morning ritual, an evening ritual, where you honor your time and your needs, listening to the body a bit more, And honestly, when we are in true service to ourselves, it has really beautiful impact on those around us as well, because we're showing people how we can, we give permission for others to then be in true service to themselves. So again, it's a win-win situation. But also, when we're showing ourselves respect and honor, then also people will start to show us respect and honor. And those people that don't show us respect and honor start to step out of our life, or we push them out of our lives. But energetically, we just don't hold the vibration for those types of people. But it has to start with us. We have to change the vibration and what goes on within us in terms of self-love, self-care, self-honoring, being more soul self-aware, and then it ripples out and we start to see it externally. And this true service can feel a massive growth and up level for some of us, because we're just not used to doing it, or we don't know how to do it. And if you don't know how to do it, please reach out, put in the comments. I can give you some suggestions, loads of suggestions. And it's trial and error. It's finding what works for you. So, you may not hit on it straight away, and that's okay. Give yourself permission to just be curious and be playful and try different things until you do find the practices and the things that work for you. When we don't all have the answers straight away, we find the answers through trial and error. That's how we're programmed, not programmed. That's how we're built, really, as humans, is to do things through trial and error, but not make any meaning of it. That's just how we learn. It's perfect, it doesn't mean we're failures. It's just like, okay, well, that didn't work. I'll try this. It's okay. Let's not make a big deal of it. Oh my gosh, it's fine. But how can you be in true service to yourself? That's what that card is asking for. And that is where your true growth and up level comes from, is being in service to yourself. But of course, it connects in with all of the other cards. Of course it does. And so this is going to be your guidance. For me, this is the activation for the next 90 days. So we're kind of laying out our stall here, setting the kind of the intention, coming from a very heart felt place, intentional place. We're intentional with our success and what we want to do. We're really honing in, keeping it simple with our vision and ambition, and we're going to be in service to ourselves whilst we deliver that. What a great way to go into the next 90 days with that focus and intentionality and energy. Everybody wins with that particular thing, coming from that space. So let me know how you felt about those cards and those messages. I would love to hear. And of course, if you want that one-to-one subscription or one-to-one single reading, then please do reach out. If you want to get your own deck of cards and learn how to read these with the Akashic records, play along with me each week, get the key, get the masterclasses, those free bonuses, then please do let me know. And have a beautiful, beautiful week. Love and blessings, and I will speak to you really, really soon. Bye.